Guten Morgen. Mein Name ist Herr Wallace und heute lernen wir über das Futur. That is, of English, the future. I'm going to do this in English for most of you out there who are English speakers, and maybe this will help you understand the future tense in German. The key to understanding the future tense in German is to understand the verb werden. Now, werden has many meanings, but for today we're going to talk about werden meaning will, basically the equivalent of the English word will, the future. So the first thing we want to do is conjugate werden, as we do with any verb. You know, all verbs in German come in an infinitive form, and normally their ending is an en. Sometimes it's just an n, but for the most part it's an en. So what I always do is I take that en off the verb when I go to conjugate it. Now, werden is also a strong verb in the sense that the vowel is going to change in these first and third person singular. So we're going to start with ich werde, I will. Du wirst, you will. Er, sie, es, which means he, she, and it will, which in German is wird. And even though it ends in a D, you pronounce it almost like a T, wird. We will is wir werden. Don't forget that a W is pronounced like an English V. Ihr werdet. Und sie, sie being the polite you, sie here meaning they, is also werden. So here we have conjugated the verb werden. Now another important point when you are learning the future tense is that whenever you use werden as will, the other verb in the sentence will go to the end. So over here I've written a few sample sentences. In English, I will learn German. So what we're going to do is convert this to German, but our word order or our syntax is going to change. We're going to begin just like we would in English with ich, and then we're going to conjugate will, which is the verb werden for ich, which would be werde. But here's the catch. Whenever you use will, werden, then the second verb will travel to the end of the sentence. So learn is in effect going to go to the end of our sentence. The word for German in German is Deutsch. And then we're going to put our second verb, in this case lernen, at the end. So here we have converted it to German. Ich werde Deutsch lernen. I will learn German. Or if you translated it literally for you English speakers, I will German learn. Just emphasizing the fact that the second verb travels to the end. In questions, similar type situation. Wirst, du, and we're using wirst because that is the conjugation that fits with do. Again, we're going to move the second verb, in this case learn, again to the end, and we're going to put German ahead of it. Wirst du Deutsch, and then lernen. And we'll keep our question mark, or Fragezeichen, as it's known in German. And the other thing I wanted to point out briefly is that in German, much more common than in English, the Germans can use the present tense to indicate the future. A common expression is to say things like wir sehen uns später, which literally means, even though it doesn't have werden in the sentence, it means we will see each other later. It does have that meaning. So just be forewarned that the present tense can sometimes mean the future when you're speaking in German, but it's very easy to learn otherwise. So I hope this has been helpful, und Dankeschön. Auf Wiedersehen.